Paul saw that the most important decision we will ever make is about our spiritual status before God. And Paul had come to understand that our spiritual status could only be changed by having an intimate and personal relationship with the resurrected Christ. Paul understood that the ministry of Jesus was to reconcile us to Almighty God, to restore us to our pre-fall status with God. And because Paul understood that his life now had been transformed, Paul understood now, because God allowed him to look beyond the here and now to see that everything that happens on life is not the final things, that there is something behind the grave, that we need to pay attention to. And so Paul became sensitive to the fact that when our time here, which is temporary, is over, when we place our hope, our trust in God, we've got a house. We got a home in heaven with our name written on it. I heard the brothers say they were with Jesus when Jesus told them, I go away to prepare a place for you. And if I go away to prepare a place, I'm coming back. And when I come back, I'm coming back to receive you unto myself, that where I am, there you will be also. And so Paul says, I know that where I am right now is not permanent. And so I'm confident that when I leave here, I've got a place already waiting on me. He says, listen to this, an eternal body made for us by God himself, and not by human hand. In other words, this body I'm housed in now ain't who I really am. It's just the temporary shack that I'm living in. And so with that understanding, Paul understood there is no need in fighting over which shack down here is superior to other shacks down here. I ain't getting caught up in the hue of the color of your shack, because I know what's going to happen to my shack is going to happen. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere with this. So Paul didn't get hung up in temporary fun and joy and all of those things. He wasn't against folk having fun, but he didn't allow that to become the focus of his life anymore. As a matter of fact, Paul says that we grow weary in our present bodies, and we long to put on our heavenly bodies like new clothing, for we will put on heavenly bodies. We will not be spirits without bodies. And so he says we sort of wrestle with, we groan. Why? He says we grow weary. Why? Because Satan has done a masterful job of deceiving us that this life is all there